Good morning, True Seekers. We're going to go a little off topic today, and we're going to discuss my journey with a YouTube channel, starting up a brand new channel. And I thought it would be good to talk about this today because maybe this will be beneficial for others somewhere down the road. But I also want to be able to discuss kind of where my mindset is right now and what I've learned along this path. I wanted to break it down into three main topics. I'm doing this one with no notes. Number one is style. Number two is substance. And number three is the equipment and programs and apps that I've had to learn about during these trials and tribulations. So about a month ago, I started a new YouTube channel called Grateful Truce. And as of today, it still does not have many subscribers, and the videos that I'm producing aren't getting a lot of views. And we want to work on improving that. So I have diligently been reading books, looking at different YouTube apps, watching different YouTube videos, and trying to educate myself on better ways to do it. And one of the first things that was identified, besides what it is that you want to talk about, the substance, is the style that you want to give it, how you want to present yourself. So I spent a lot of time watching a lot of YouTube videos. And I was able to get it down to basically 5 channels that I have huge and high respect for. And in no sequence of order, but props to all 5. The first 2 is Legion of Men and Asmongold. And the reason I'm drawn to both of them, both of their channels, their content's good. Their content is very good. It's very relevant to my life. But it's how they present. They both, in one way or another, have a small box on the bottom of their presenting screen in which they put their face. And then in the main part of the screen, they screenshot or they put a video clip or an overlay of what it is that they want to talk about. If it's a video game, if it's a current event, if it's a whatever topic it is they want to discuss, they then will run the topic or they'll run the clip, and then they'll pause it, and then they'll provide their 2 cents, their knowledge, what they've learned over their life, their wisdom, and their very heartfelt opinions. Both of these channels have an enormous amount of subscribers and views, and they're a very good example of where I want to go with my channel. The second area is in the world of finance. 2 channels have done a great job in presenting a very boring topic that most people don't even want to listen to. Their eyes will gloss over. Number 1 is Meet Kevin, and number 2 is Gregory Manarino. And they both present completely different styles. Meet Kevin, super studio, great video editing, polished, great job. Don't agree with everything he says. Don't view the world some of the ways he does. But man, my hats are off to his YouTube channel. And gosh, millions of subscribers. Great job. Gregory Manarino, he's kind of walking away from YouTube a little bit, but I admire how he presents. He sits in his own office. He rarely does any video cuts or edits. If he has some documents that he's discussing, he just grabs them and puts them in front of the screen. And he talks from the heart. Yeah. Kudos to you, Greg. Nicely done. I'd like to be able to do that sometimes. Just sit in my office, talk, present some papers, don't even have to do any editing or overlays. Nicely done. The fifth is Canadian Prepper. Canadian Prepper has done a fabulous job on doing a lot of what I want to do. If he's in his truck, or if he's in his Tesla, or if he's in his warehouse, he'll just turn the camera on and start talking. Nicely done, CP. Nicely done. Again, don't always agree with the content, don't always agree with his analysis, but I like his style. So, as I've seen what I like, I've also seen what I can't stand. If I see another woman wearing another pair of spandex with another halter top on, swinging a golf club, I might lose my mind. How these channels have gotten millions of subscribers is beyond me. I'm sure we could do a deep probe on what's happened to civilization, where someone can put on a skimpy little outfit and make you a sandwich, and that gets 500,000 subscribers. Gosh, what is wrong with us? But I know what I like and the style that I like, and I also clearly see the styles that I don't like. I want substance. And strangely enough, the channels I like are all men. Maybe it's the logic, maybe it's the critical thinking. It's a common probing. I can't quite put my finger on it, but for whatever reason, I connect better from a YouTube channel perspective with men. And as you'll hear shortly, the substance that I'm trying to present, I think my target audience is men, mainly. Now, as I've looked at that style that I like, it's become clear that I need to get equipment that will accommodate that style, and that I have to learn how to edit. Oh man, I could go on and on about this topic. I may go on, and then we'll cut this video short. So let's talk about apps. If you're new to YouTube, you don't even know what YouTube Studio is. You don't know what CapCut is. You don't know what LTX Studio is. Oh man. So as soon as you start researching for how you can do this, you're going to get inundated with advertisements and offers. I did. And I started researching lots of them. Let me tell you, from a money perspective, how has our world turned into subscriptions? I mean, truly, every one of these apps wants you to subscribe. And they're not cheap. Some are $100 a year, some are $100 a month for the ability to edit, put in screenshots, thumbnails. These are all new terms that I never had heard of before I started to do this YouTube channel. So not only are you going to have to educate yourself on all these apps and be prepared to pay for several of them that you like, but then it's the complexity, it's the way that they're designed. It could just be a Chris problem. This could just be a me problem. But I'm over 55 years old. And I think the coding, the programming was written by 25-year-olds. The way my brain works is not the way that these apps work. It is beyond frustrating. If you don't enter certain information a certain way, it doesn't accept it. If you try to use a Proton Mail email, most of these apps don't take a Proton Mail email. If you if you don't give the exact responses that they're looking for, you can't advance forward in the app. Now, I'm sure that this technology is making lots of our lives easier in many different ways, but I'm here to tell you, it is extremely frustrating for me. When they decide to bring the clamps down on us, when they decide to stop our ability to live life without it being digital, everyone 50 and older, you are going to be in for a hell of a ride, because it's tough. It's tough. My brain, right? I wasn't raised on a cell phone. I wasn't raised on a computer. My typing course in 7th grade was literally on a typewriter with ribbons, with buttons that you had to press hard. It wasn't even electronic. It wasn't even electric. It was manual. When the digital gulag is fully placed upon our lives, whenever that is, we are in for difficult days, my generation. So besides the style and besides the apps, you then have to get equipment. So as you can see, I like walking and talking. I want that to be one of my styles. So you got to get a selfie stick, and then you get a selfie stick with this thing called a gimbal. So it kind of holds your screen steady while you're walking. You also have to get a microphone. As you've seen here, I got a microphone. This isn't the best microphone. There's so many out there. This is one that I got to start with. You also have to think about upgrading your computer. Holy moly. So once you start editing, you better have a good processor, and you better have a good video processor, and you better have a lot of RAM, because if you don't, you're going to hear your computer just processing and spinning and the fans blowing. So style, apps, gear, followed by substance. I wrote a book called Grateful Truths. This is a controversial topic. It's not one that's going to garner a lot of quick support and love, such as others. I discuss my journey through alcoholism and addiction. I discuss what I call a truce between you and your drinking or your drug use. I involve Jesus Christ. I involve a lot of faith. And I highlight moderation and communication. I have several chapters that talk about the failures of AA and the failures of rehab. And I want to get this message out to the world. First, I want to get the book fully published. I have 2 published copies in my hand, not available for sale yet. But I want to get this to a mass book publisher. And to do that, I need to have interest in what I'm discussing. One of the ways I've been recommended to do this is to build up my social media presence. And everyone said, you got to have a YouTube channel. And you need to be able to get some information out on that. So style, apps, equipment, and substance. Maybe we'll call that the 4 cornerstones of your YouTube house that you're about to build. I'm here to tell you it's not easy and frustrating as all get out. I don't know all the answers yet. Far from it. One of the reasons I'm doing this video, personal therapy. Thank you all for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'm always ready to have a conversation. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.